and pass the night on it, above the water, beneath the leaves and stars. Everything still more impressive than by day. The fall seemed dimly white, singing nature's old love song with solemn enthusiasm, while the stars, peering through the leaf roof, seemed to join in the white water's song. Precious night, precious day to abide in me for ever. Thanks be to God for this immortal gift. June 15. Another reviving morning. Down the long mountain slopes the sunbeams pour, gilding the awakening pines, cheering every needle, filling every living thing with joy. Robins are singing in the alder and maple groves the same old song that has cheered and sweetened countless seasons over all of our blessed continent. In this mountain hollow he seems as much at home as in farmers' orchards. Bullock's oriole and the Louisiana tanager are here also, with many warblers and other little mountain troubadours, most of them now busy about their nests. Discovered another magnificent specimen of the gold-cup oak, 6 feet in diameter, a Douglas spruce 7 feet, and a twining lily, Strophyllerian, with stem 8 feet long and 60 rose-coloured flowers. Sugar pine cones are cylindrical, slightly tapered at the end and rounded at the base. Found one today nearly 24 inches long and 6 in diameter, the scales being open. Another specimen 19 inches long. The average length of full-grown cones on trees favourably situated is nearly 18 inches. On the lower edge of the belt, at the height of about 2,500 feet above the sea, they are smaller, say a foot to 15 inches long, and at a height of 7,000 feet or more near the upper limits of its growth in the Yosemite region, they are about the same size. This noble tree is an inexhaustible study and source of pleasure. I never weary of gazing at its grand tassel cones, its perfectly round bole 100 feet or more without a limb, the fine purplish colour of its bark, and its magnificent outsweeping, down-curving, feathery arms, forming a crown always bold and striking and exhilarating. In habit and general port it looks somewhat like a palm, but no palm that I have yet seen displays such majesty of form and behaviour, either when poised silent and thoughtful in sunshine, or wide awake, waving in storm winds with every needle quivering. When young it is very straight and regular in form, like most other conifers, but at the age of 50 to 100 years it begins to acquire individuality, so that no two are alike in their prime or old age. Every tree calls for special admiration. I have been making many sketches, and regret that I cannot draw every needle. It is said to reach a height of 300 feet, though the tallest I have measured fall short of this stature 60 feet or more. The diameter of the largest near the ground is about 10 feet, though I've heard of some 12 feet thick, or even 15. The diameter is held to a great height, the taper being almost imperceptibly gradual. Its companion, the yellow pine, is almost as large. The long silvery foliage of the younger specimens forms magnificent cylindrical brushes on the top shoots and the ends of the upturned branches, and when the wind sways the needles all one way at a certain angle, every tree becomes a tower of white quivering sunfire. Well may this shining species be called the silver pine. The needles are sometimes more than a foot long, almost as long as those of the longleaf pine of Florida. But though in size the yellow pine almost equals the sugar pine, and in rugged enduring strength seems to surpass it, it is far less marked in general habit and expression, with its regular conventional spire and its comparatively small cones clustered stiffly among the needles. Were there no sugar pine, then would this be the king of the world's 80 or 90 species, the brightest of the bright, waving, worshipping multitude. Were they mere mechanical sculptures, what noble objects they would still be! How much more throbbing, thrilling, overflowing, full of life in every fibre and cell, grand glowing silver rods, the very gods of the plant kingdom, living their sublime century lives in sight of heaven, watched and loved and admired from generation to generation. And how many other radiant, resiny sun trees are here and higher up! Lipocedrus, Douglas spruce, silver fir, sequoia. How rich our inheritance in these blessed mountains, the tree pastures into which our eyes are turned. Now comes the sundown. The west is all a glory of colour, transfiguring everything. Far up the Pilot Peak ridge the radiant host of trees stand hushed and thoughtful, receiving the sun's good night, as solemn and impressive a leave-taking as if sun and trees were to meet no more. The daylight fades, the colour spell is broken, and the forest breathes free in the night breeze beneath the stars. End of section 3.